Hello everyone. So today we will discuss this famous 1994 false espionage case that involved this great scientist Mr. Nambi Narayanan. So before discussing about this whole story of the case, let's go back to 1990 where India had a deal with Russia that Russia would sell its cryogenic technology to India. Now this technology is used to launch rockets. However, USA threatened Russia not to do so, and so Russia refused India. Again in 1994, India had an agreement with Russia, but this time Russia would be selling its cryogenic engines and not the whole technology because India had decided that it would initiate on its own to develop its own cryogenic technology. ISRO appointed Mr. Nambi Narayanan as the head of cryogenic project. Now, this occurred in 1994, but the project could not be completed at that time because in the same year, this Maldivian national named Mariam Rashida was arrested on the charge of selling this drawings and documents of ISRO cryogenic projects and other confidential research works to Pakistan. Mr. Narayanan was also arrested in the same year on the same charges, and it also led to the arrest of these four persons also, namely D. Sashikumaran, who was the deputy director of ISRO, and K. Chandrasekhar, who was an Indian representative of Russian Space Agency, Mr. S. K. Sharma, who was a labor contractor, Fausia Hassan, who was the friend of Miss Mariam Rashida. Now, it was alleged that they were all teamed up to hatch a conspiracy against India. This investigation was headed by Mr. C.B. Matthews, who was then the DIG and also the head of Special Investigative Team, that is SIT. Mr. Narayanan also mentions in his autobiography Ready to Fire that during the interrogation he was asked to accept this false accusation. When he refused, he was tortured mentally and physically, and at one point of time he collapsed and was rushed to hospital. Now, there is also the statement made by him, and it appears to be very logical that how can he be charged of selling this cryogenic technology that was not even there in India, that was yet to be created? So, this was completely a fabricated case. Then, the CBI came into the picture in the year 1996 when it submitted a report to the Kerala High Court stating that all these evidences against them are false. The court examined this and gave a clean sheet, thus, all the accused were discharged. Now, there are two theories that are suspected to be the reason behind fabricating this case. One is looking from the international perspective. Now, this says that there was a role of CIA, the USA spy agency, in this conspiracy because USA was jealous of India's development of space and technology, and when it thought that if India developed this cryogenic technology on its own, India would rise to fame, which USA didn't want. So it tried to stop it by hatching this conspiracy. Now, the other one is a national theory that looks behind the rivalry between Karunakaran and Antony. Also, Mr. Narayanan believes in the second one. Now, this theory states that there was a rivalry between Mr. Karunakaran and Antony. So, Karunakaran was a CM of Kerala at that time, and these both persons were from the same party only, that is Congress. Antony couldn't become chief minister, so he wanted to embarrass Karunakaran. So, it is very possible that the officials close to Antony were had a hand in this case. Now, what happened to Mr. Narayanan after he was discharged? Mr. Narayanan first went to NHRC, that is National Human Rights Commission, asking for the compensation on the grounds that his human rights are violated. The commission granted him 10 lakh rupees. In 2017, the hearing started in Supreme Court to look into the action against C.B. Matthews. In September 2018, the three-judge bench, headed by the then Chief Justice of India, Mr. Deepak Mishra, D.Y. Chandrachud, and A.M. Khawalekar, granted Mr. Narayanan a compensation of 50 lakh rupees on the grounds of mental agony suffered by him. So, Mr. Narayanan won the battle after fighting for 25 long years, and I think that no such compensation is enough to heal the wounds that he suffered. And I must tell you that also Kerala state government granted him 1.3 crores also in recently 2020. Talking about his contributions and achievements, he in 2019 received Padma Bhushan from Mr. President, and he has a major role in developing the PSLV, GSLV, and cryogenic rocket engines. In 1970s, it was he who introduced the liquid fuel rocket technology known by the name of Vikas engine. Also, there is this movie that is being made on him named Rocketry The Nambi Effect, starring R. Madhavan, and that is yet to be released in 2021. Now, the current status of this case is that the probe is going on, the police officials by the CBI, and hearings also being conducted by the Kerala High Court to find out the other connections behind this case. For example, recently the CBI is suspecting the role of ISI, that is the Pakistan's intelligence agency, in this case. Thank you so much for watching this interesting video. I hope you learned something new today. Please subscribe to Inquisitive Mind, share as much as you can, and do like and comment.